Title: Taylor Swift in tears as Travis Kelce makes shocking engagement plea. The night was young, and the Los Angeles skyline glittered like scattered diamonds. Taylor Swift was seated at an intimate rooftop dinner Travis Kelce had arranged for the two of them. She'd suspected something was up. Travis had been acting slightly off all week, disappearing for mysterious errands and sending cryptic text messages. As they finished dessert, a soft melody began to play in the background. Taylor recognized it immediately. It was "You Are in Love," one of her most personal songs. She glanced at Travis, her heart racing. "Taylor," Travis began, his voice trembling slightly, "there's something I've been wanting to say for a long time." Taylor's breath hitched. Was this it? She had never imagined herself speechless, but her voice seemed to vanish. "I've watched you conquer the world with your music, inspire millions, and still find time to bring so much joy to my life. You're everything I never knew I needed, but everything I've ever wanted. You taught me to love fully, fearlessly, and unapologetically." Tears welled in Taylor's eyes as Travis reached into his pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. But instead of getting down on one knee, he placed the box on the table and slid it toward her. "Before you open that," he said, "I need to tell you something." The words hung heavy in the air. Taylor's mind raced. Was this a proposal or something else entirely? "I want forever with you, Taylor," Travis continued, his voice cracking with emotion. "But I also know how much marriage scares you after everything you've been through, after everything the world has put you through. So, this isn't just a proposal. It's a promise." Taylor reached for the box, her hands trembling. Inside was a stunning engagement ring, unlike anything she had ever seen. But what caught her attention was the inscription on the inside of the band: "My forever, my choice." "It's your choice," Travis said. "I don't need an answer today or even tomorrow. I just need you to know that when you're ready, if you're ever ready, I'll be here, waiting." By now, tears were streaming down Taylor's face. She had never felt so seen, so understood. Without thinking, she flung her arms around Travis, holding him as tightly as she could. "You are my forever," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I'm just scared, and that's okay," Travis replied softly, kissing the top of her head. "We'll figure it out together. No rush, no pressure, just love." The world melted away as they held each other under the stars. For the first time in a long time, Taylor felt free to dream of a love that didn't have to be perfect, just real. As they left the rooftop that night, hand in hand, the box with the ring still unopened, the world buzzed with rumors. But for Taylor and Travis, it was the beginning of a love story written in their own time, on their own terms. Title: Tears of Surprise. Travis Kelce's shocking engagement plea to Taylor Swift, ***. It was a crisp winter evening in New York City, the skyline glowing with festive lights as snowflakes danced in the air. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had just wrapped up a cozy dinner at a trendy restaurant, where the whispers of their relationship had only intensified in recent months. Rumors swirled, but neither of them had confirmed anything. The world watched as the two navigated their blossoming romance, but tonight, it was different. Tonight, Travis had something he needed to say. Taylor, dressed in a flowing emerald green dress, smiled softly as she walked hand in hand with Travis along the snowy streets. They stopped near a bridge, the city lights twinkling in the distance. "I've been thinking," Travis began, his voice low and serious. Taylor looked at him, her heart racing. She'd never seen him like this, his usual confidence replaced with a nervous edge. "About what?" she asked, sensing that something was coming. Travis took a deep breath, stepping back a little as he reached into his jacket pocket. His fingers trembled slightly as he pulled out a small velvet box. Taylor's eyes widened, her heart skipped a beat. "Taylor, you've changed my life in ways I never imagined," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "You taught me to open up, to believe in things bigger than myself, and to trust in love even when it scares me. I can't imagine my life without you, and I don't want to. I know we've had our share of ups and downs, but I truly believe that what we have is meant to last." Tears welled up in Taylor's eyes as she listened to him. Her heart ached with a mixture of happiness and disbelief. She had always dreamed of a love like this, but to be standing here now, hearing these words from Travis, was beyond anything she had ever imagined. "Taylor," Travis continued, dropping to one knee, "will you marry me?" For a moment, everything stood still. The snow, the city, the world, everything faded as Taylor's mind raced. She hadn't expected this at all. Not tonight, not this soon. Her emotions were a whirlwind of joy, fear, and love. Tears slid down her cheeks as she looked at him, overwhelmed. Taylor choked, unable to form the words. Her heart was full, but her mind was racing with 1,000 thoughts. Was she ready for this? Could she truly give herself to someone forever? But looking at Travis, seeing the sincerity in his eyes, she knew that this was real. The love they shared, the connection they had, it was undeniable. Slowly, a smile spread across her face, and she nodded, the tears still flowing freely. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, Travis, I'll marry you." Travis's face lit up with relief and joy. He stood and pulled her into a tight embrace, lifting her off her feet as he spun her around, both of them laughing and crying at the same time. The world around them seemed to fade as they shared a moment that would forever be etched in their hearts. As they stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, the city around them seemed to celebrate along with them. Every light, every snowflake, every passing car felt like part of their fairy tale. A new chapter had begun, one that neither Taylor nor Travis could have ever predicted, but one that would be filled with love, laughter, and the promise of forever. And as the snow gently fell, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, against all odds, embraced their happily ever after. Title: The Shocking Engagement Plea. Taylor Swift in Tears, ***. It was an unusually quiet evening at Taylor Swift's Nashville estate. The lights from the decorated Christmas tree twinkled softly in the corner of the living room, casting a warm glow on the room. Taylor was lounging on the couch, her mind swirling with thoughts about her ongoing relationship with Travis Kelce. They had been inseparable for months, enjoying stolen moments between his games and her tour dates. But tonight was different. She had a feeling something was about to change. Travis had been unusually quiet that day, a stark contrast to his usual playful demeanor. Taylor couldn't help but wonder what was on his mind as he sat across from her, his face serious but filled with an emotion she hadn't seen before. "Taylor," Travis began, his voice shaking slightly, "I need to talk to you about something important." Taylor sat up, her heart racing. She had never seen him like this. She smiled softly, trying to lighten the mood, but deep down, she knew it wasn't going to be just another casual conversation. "What's up, Trav? You're scaring me a little." Travis took a deep breath and stood up, walking over to the fireplace where a small box rested. His fingers trembled as he reached for it, but when he turned to face her, there was no denying the seriousness in his eyes. "Tay," he said, his voice barely above a whisper, "I've never been this sure of anything in my life. I love you more than words could ever express. The way you make me feel, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. I want to spend forever with you." Taylor's heart skipped a beat. She felt a mix of emotions, excitement, shock, and fear, coursing through her veins. Was this really happening? Before she could say anything, Travis dropped to one knee, the ring box in his hand. Taylor's breath hitched as the tears started to well up in her eyes. This wasn't just a romantic gesture. This was the moment. "Tay, will you marry me? Will you be my forever?" The words hung in the air, and Taylor felt her emotions spill over. Tears streamed down her face as she tried to find the words to respond. She hadn't expected this, not tonight, not in this quiet, intimate moment. "Travis," she whispered, her voice trembling. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. But yes, I'll marry you." Travis stood up, his face lighting up with the kind of joy that only comes from deep, genuine love. He slid the ring onto her finger, and they embraced, holding each other tightly as if they never wanted to let go. As the tears fell freely from Taylor's eyes, she realized that everything in her life had led to this moment. All the songs, all the heartbreak, and all the ups and downs had brought her to this man who had completely stolen her heart. It wasn't just a proposal, it was a promise that no matter what the future held, they would face it together. And in that moment, with Travis Kelce on one knee and Taylor Swift in tears, they both knew their love story was just beginning.